Hey guys, Holly here with another video, and today I decided to rank my top 10 favorite gym leaders in the Pokémon franchise. Pokémon is a special franchise to me. It's one of the first video games I ever played, and my childhood was filled with the cards, toys, anime, and games. I always loved the gym leaders in Pokémon because they were an equivalent to fighting the boss. And there are lots of gym leaders that I grew to love over the years. Whether it be their battle, the contribution to the story in the games or anime, or their design, I have many reasons to love lots of gym leaders. Before I begin though, I would like to remind everyone that this is my own personal top 10. And just because a favorite gym leader of yours did not make the list, doesn't mean I actively dislike them. These are just the 10 gym leaders that I like the most overall. With all the introduction out of the way, let's jump right into my top 10 favorite gym leaders in Pokémon. Number 10. Clare. Claire's an interesting character to me. At first, I didn't like her because at the end of her battle in Generation 2, she throws a huge fit and doesn't give you the badge until you get a Dragon Fang and show it to her, which at first, I hated. But as I got older, I liked the contrast that Clare brought to the other female characters in Johto, specifically the other gym leaders, Jasmine and Whitney. Where Whitney and Jasmine present very stereotypical female traits, such as crying when losing, or having a nurturing personality and wanting to take care of sick Pokemon, Clare is loud, stubborn, cocky, and a very strong trainer. I'm putting her pretty low on this list though, because of how much her tantrum bugged me when I was little. But I have grown to appreciate her, which gives her the number 10 slot on this list. Number 9. Fantina. Fantina is, spoiler alert for the rest of my list, my favorite gym leader in the Sinnoh region. As someone who speaks 2 languages, it was nice to see a bilingual gym leader. Although I wasn't a huge fan of the math puzzles in her gym, I did enjoy her design, the way she spoke, meaning to sound foreign no matter what region you play your game in, and I loved her battle, and I thought her design matched very well for being a ghost-type gym leader. Number 8. Sharon. In Pokemon Black and White, you have 2 rivals, Sharon and Bianca. Although Bianca doesn't battle after the end of Black and White, Sharon truly wants to be the best trainer he can, and having him become a gym leader in the sequels makes it all the more satisfying. Bianca sought out the path that made her happy, and so did Sharon, which was a satisfying conclusion for both of them. In terms of Sharon's battle, it wasn't too memorable since he was only the first gym, but I love him as a character, which is why he earns a spot on my list. Number 7. Erica. There are many reasons I like Erica. 1. I like her design a lot. I always thought she was just so cute. I also love her depiction in the anime and the backstory of her and Gloom. But I also love her in the games. She even has a Gloom in Pokemon Yellow. How cool is that? Erica was the 4th gym leader in the game, and it was always a challenge for me since I only chose Squirtle in both Blue and Leaf Green. If I could beat Erica, it was always an accomplishment. Plus the Rainbow Badge is my favorite badge design from the first generation, so I gotta give her a spot on my list. Number 6. Flannery. I like Flannery a lot for some of the same reasons that I like Clare. Flannery does not fit in with the other stereotypical female gym leaders. She is quirky, loud, outgoing, and even has a slight tomboy design and appeal. These parts of her character come out even more in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, with the animations and facial expressions in the overworld. And for someone who always chose water starters, I went into Flannery's gym as a kid thinking it would be easy, and boy was it tough. For an excellent battle and character, Flannery earns the number 6 slot on my list. Number 5. Alisa. Alisa is one of my favorite Generation 5 gym leaders because of her involvement in the story. When Bianca's father tracks her down and tries to take her home because of his lack of confidence in her, Alisa steps in and diffuses the situation. She gives Bianca the courage to stand up to her father and continue her journey because she wants to learn and that it is not all about being the best. Not to mention that Alisa is a tough trainer. In Black and White 1, she has not 1, but 2 Emolgas who have Levitate, so ground moves don't even work against her. I'd be lying if I said it didn't take me multiple tries to knock her out, even as an adult, but I still love her as a character. Number 4. Blue. Blue is a satisfying gym leader in the same way that Sharon is. Blue was an arrogant jerk rival in the first game, but then goes on to be a gym leader in place of Giovanni in the second generation. Blue is also a very tough gym leader. He is one of the only gym leaders to have team diversity, which allows him to stand out. I understand why gyms are typed, but oftentimes they only spam 1 or 2 Pokemon who have super effective moves in order to take the entire gym out. But watching Blue grow and develop from mere rival into a tough and powerful gym leader was very satisfying to me. So I gotta give him his dues and give him a spot on my list. Number 3. Valerie. Although I loved Pokemon X and Y, not very many of the gym leaders themselves stood out to me. The gym designs were great, and the battles were okay, but none of them really wowed me until I got to Laver City, home of the first ever fairy gym. There are a lot of things I like about Valerie. First of all, her gym is set up like a dollhouse, and I know some people didn't like the warp tiles to navigate the gym. I loved it! I was so impressed by all of the little details, and navigating this gym did not seem like a chore to me. And when I finally made it to Valerie, I loved her design. So much so that my player search system icon in Pokemon Y is a Valerie. She's just so cute. Her battle was good, but the best parts about her were her gym and design. Number 2, Norman. Norman is a pretty popular gym leader amongst the community, and he is praised for a good reason. You finally get to know your dad in a Pokemon game, and it was great to have your dad be a gym leader. He gives you advice in the beginning of your journey, and I even used him quite a bit in my first playthrough of Sapphire when I was younger, since the internet was not super available. It was also so satisfying to beat him and watch him come to terms with that. He was also tough. His team had a lot of power. If you didn't have a fighting type, he could cause you some trouble. Norman will always have the distinction of being the first time ever knowing your dad in a Pokemon game, so I gotta give him the number 2 spot. And my number 1 favorite gym leader is Sabrina. There are many reasons I like Sabrina. When I first got to know the Pokemon franchise, I was most familiar with the cards and the anime. I got the VHS tape of Ash battling Serena at a garage sale in my neighborhood. The first time I saw it, I was hooked on Sabrina and her story. She was such a badass and kind of had a dark side, which was very appealing to me. When I finally got to battle Sabrina in Pokemon Blue, I was so excited. She was super tough. Psychic only had one weakness in the Generation 1 games, and that was Bug. And Bug wasn't exactly the most powerful looking type, so I didn't have any Bug types, and I had a super hard time with her. But I will always love her, and she remains my number 1 favorite gym leader of all time to date. And there you have it. Let me know what your favorite gym leader is in the comments below. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe to see more. I have a lot of ideas for various video game rankings and top 10 lists, but they take a while to make, so I'm sorry if I'm not uploading enough. I'll try to do my best to upload some more. That's all for now. Bye!